But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So when most percenters get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number one, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the second you volatile, it can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So as a 99%er motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC. The biker boys, the biker boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation.
Howdy, folks, howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and I'd like to once again welcome you to the Black Dragon Biker TV studios. This is Black Dragon Biker TV, Monday through Friday. Biker news you can trust, and as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be, no matter wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. I want to say, first of all, thank you for my new subscribers. I'm just completely amazed at, the crazy numbers we're turning over. People are beginning to find a chord with what we do in these mornings. And just want to thank you, all you new Black Dragon Biker TV fans. Thank you so much. I want to warn you, we are bikers, not choir boys here. We're bikers, not choir boys. And when I say we're bikers, what I mean to say is that I'm not here alone. I have help. I have a unifying force that is with me, that helps me to continue on at my tender, ripe age of 61. And that's the young Mike Ball.
Oh, man, we're both bikers, not choir boys. We're both demonetized. Feels good, man.
We are both demonetized. We ain't got no money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Mike Ball and I are broke as hell. Tell anybody, I don't care who you tell. Still, here we are. First thing in the morning, Mike Ball and Black Dragon. 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 3 days a week, 2 days a week, 1 day a week. Just make sure to tune in. Yeah. We will have your biker news because we are the greatest, biggest, largest biker news channel on all. So like, share, and subscribe, and catch us Monday through Friday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shoot, what a great introduction this morning.
You know, I don't feel bad about using my clap machine anymore.
No, now you should not feel bad.
Now that I've seen the big guys use it,
Yeah, now that the bigger studios have been using that lame ass preset,
Yeah,
that right there.
nothing lame about that preset. That preset speaks of wishes for greater days
Right.
when we'll have an actual Johnny Carson. Oh, you
An
don't even
actual
know who that is.
audience.
You don't
Yeah,
even know
of
who
course I
Johnny.
do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I'm so pleased to know that. Yeah,
There's a few things I know. I'm a little cultured, you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, amen. I'm looking at
All your different button selects.
yeah because okay, so they're this tiny.
Yes, they are little tiny little squares.
Just try to figure out. But can you enact them from the screen too, or just the pads?
No, you
Let's
can
see.
do it from the screen.
Nope. No, you can't do it from the screen.
No?
No. So what's it? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I need some use cases though. I need some use cases for this. Like, what am I going to ever use writing on cardboard for?
I mean, I guess when you're writing a book,
I mean, what am I?
yeah, you need some special use cases as you lag out. I hope that's not me lagging. I don't think so. What's up with everyone? I read the article. San Bernardino is the mecca of motorcycle culture. You have the biggest club there: Vagos, Mongols, Hells Angels. There's other known clubs, smaller known clubs. Everyone knows everyone. That's true. San Bernardino is very. Everyone knows each other. They're all rubbing, touching, and I guess what's the old term? Rubbing elbows, rubbing shoulders, or whatever.
Is it the Mecca there? Yeah, I'm lagging out bad.
Yeah, you've been gone for a minute. Go refresh.
Man.
Yeah, I'm sure he enjoyed it. I was speaking to him and he was enjoying his birthday. He was like, "Man, there's nothing better than just being me and just enjoying my day, you know?" Yep. Hey, we got Oogie up in the building. Shout out to you, man.
Here's the thing that really pisses me off. I mean, I reloaded
Yep.
my whole internet 3-4 hours ago.
It doesn't matter what you do, and they're just going to take you down whenever they want. Kind of like YouTube.
You're not happy about that.
Oh no, that's a lame ass decision from YouTube.
So you got your decision back?
Yeah. They declined me. So I got to wait 90 days.
Oh my god.
They kicked me right out of the program just like you. It feels like we're totally targeted.
Well, I did tell you. I did say, "Hey man, we keep getting these copyright strikes every day. That's not going to make it."
Yeah, YouTube stopped the cap.
Stop the cap.
That's a fact.
Let's set it on time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but this is not a time for celebration. Life has thrown us a lemon. We must
make lemonade, dude,
and drink that BITCH.
Just got to do what you got to do.
I mean, this sheriff's deputy's got to drink his lemon juice.
What's going on with that whole ordeal? I mean,
Life is throwing his ass a lemon.
This guy has seriously racked up some charges.
So I think he's right about San Bernardino. Now, I come from the Black Sabbath Motorcycle Club Nation, and we come from San Diego, California. And we used to ride, we called it San Berdoo back then. I don't know if they still call it that.
Berdoo.
And we used to go to Berdoo, and there were a lot of freaking motorcycle clubs there. In fact, we've got a chapter there. Mm-hmm. We call it our Inland Empire chapter, since San Bernardino was in the Inland Empire.
I have been to that clubhouse.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
Cowabunga.
Wow. My brother's clubhouse is right next to your guys' clubhouse. You guys are side by side.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this case, a San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy got arrested.
Will he just get a 5-day suspension, though?
Well, let us see. He's accused of having ties to a local biker gang.
Oh boy!
And I don't believe it said who the local biker gang was.
Nope. The two clubs that he was supposedly riding around with, they don't name.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
When I read this at like 3:00 this morning, so a deputy with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department was arrested. Man, I was supposed to have clapping there. You know what? This is. I don't.
There goes your use case right there.
Okay. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department officer dude was arrested. There we go. In 29 Palms on Thursday, accused of participating in a local criminal biker gang.
That's it? Just
they didn't
participating.
They didn't say a member of. They said.
So wait, if you're just hanging around a club, are you participating?
If it's a biker gang and you're a cop, not only do the biker gangs not like it, or used to didn't, but the police department don't like it either. The police department will tell your ass, hey,
don't be doing none of that.
No. I have known a cop that was here in the Atlanta, Georgia area who was part of a 1% club, and they called him in and they told him, them or us. Period. End of story. And he chose the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the times these police officers, when they're like undercover and all that shit, and then they realize, oh, wow, there's a lot of brotherhood here. There's a lot of care. These guys actually love me.
They call it Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep. Stockholm Syndrome. It's when you fall in love with your, someone that like has taken you, hijacked you.
Side. When you go over to the opposite side.
Totally.
Like that priest in the movie. Oh, you don't watch movies. The priest.
I've watched like 15 movies in my life. So
the priest in the movie with Ragnar, the Viking, the priest he becomes a pagan for a while, and a pagan religion person,
sure,
rather than a pagan motorcycle person. But yeah. Anyway, the deputy was arrested in 29 Palms on Thursday, accused of participating in a local criminal biker gang and possessing multiple illegal firearms, including a machine gun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this guy, a real machine gun. The deputy, 45-year-old Christopher Bingham, had been the subject of a departmental investigation since January. The sheriff's gang narcotics division discovered that Bingham rode and socialized with several members of a local outlaw motorcycle gang, according to a press release from the department. Socialized with them. Rode with them.
So that's participating, is socializing.
But, I find this very interesting. I don't know what to make of this. So if normally when any motorcycle club member gets in trouble for doing something, they name the whole club as though the whole club did it. I just wonder why they didn't do it this time.
Oh, you know why?
When the cop was involved, they didn't name the whole. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, the sheriff's gang narcotic division discovered that he socialized and rode with him with several members of the local outlaw motorcycle gang, according to a press release from the department. And the press release gave the following account. Here we go. On March 23rd, Bingham was seen riding his motorcycle with two OMG members in Beaumont. And sheriff's deputies and California Highway Patrol officers pulled him over. You're riding with a couple dudes, and they're like, oh, that's Mike Ball, Sheriff Deputy Ball. Pull his ass over. Is that what happened?
That's what it sounds like.
He was seen riding with these two guys, and they pulled him over. And they must have been mad because the sheriff's deputies and California Highway Patrol officers pulled him over, and they searched him for whatever reason and found a loaded, unregistered firearm on Bingham. Now, this is the weird thing. This is the weird thing. Cops are allowed to carry guns 24/7.
Yep.
What would make them search a sheriff's deputy? Certainly, you produce your. Hey, I'm Deputy Ball. What's up, bro?
Well, you're hanging out with those guys, so you can't be up to. You got to be up to no good. So now we're going to search you.
I'm undercover right now.
Well, that's what someone had said. Like, well, why doesn't the cop just say that he's gathering intel? Joseph
Because
says.
they have a a code. They have all kinds of codes, like stress codes or whatever. Like if he had been kidnapped and they were making him ride with him, they would have said, "What's the color of the day?" And he would have said green. And then it'd been like, "Oh, maybe he didn't have the right code."
Maybe.
All right, you're undercover. What's today's undercover code? Purple? No.
Got him.
No. No. Anyway, poor fellow. So the deputies and the California Highway Patrol. What happened? A deputy saw him and called for backup from the Highway Patrol. How does this go down, Mike?
Interesting.
Deputies and the California Highway Patrol officers pulled him over and found a loaded, unregistered firearm on Bingham. He was then arrested and booked. How do you arrest him? What happened to the damn blue wall? This is ridiculous.
The blue wall, man.
I'm asking, like, if I'm him, I'm like, can we get the blue wall thing, please? Can we
get that in my case now? For real. Oh man, what's going on with Dragon? Lagging again? Sure are. Feels bad. Might be an informant already in the club that reported the cop. That's a good. Welcome back, BD. Oh, right as BD gets back. You have to register your guns in California. Yes, you do.
This is so disgusting.
Welcome back there, kind sir.
It's so disgusting.
Oh, as he goes out again. Let's see if it'll even pop up. Yep, the internet puked out, dude. No one knows exactly what's going on. Look, it's just dead in the water, dude. Pitbull says once they say the club, then it's a target for everyone in the chapter as they let a cop in their group. So background checks were not done properly. Well, that's usually what happens.
Anyway, they arrested him. I'm just trying to figure out why. What happens? You don't get to enact one case of the blue wall? Nothing? Can I have some blue wall, please? Anyway, they pulled him over. He was arrested, booked in the Smith County Correctional Facility in Banning. I know where Banning is, where jail records show he was released the next day on $10,000 bail. What is that? Did he have like $100,000 bond?
It'd be $100,000.
10,000.
Or it might be 10 grand, and then it's only $1,000 to get out. Yeah, maybe.
Investigators who had a warrant. Oh, then they went and got a warrant for his house.
Yeah, so he went from having that to now there's something else about to happen, and the dude's about to face another real big penalty.
So they see you riding a motorcycle. They pull an illegal weapon off you. Then they go search your home. Something's not being. These nexuses don't add up.
Something's happening. Don't know what it is.
This doesn't add up.
Something's happening.
How do you go from we found a gun in his car or on his motorcycle to we need to search his house?
They got some sort of tip.
Something's going on.
Some sort of tip.
Investigators who had a warrant later searched Bingham's home in 29 Palms, where they found about 160 firearms. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing.
A lot of firearms, though.
It's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is not California.
No. I think it's great. Honestly, if you can have that many, it is California. But nonetheless, I think it's great. But you already know that's going to raise total flags across, no matter what. 160 firearms is a lot. That's an excess.
Any flags in Georgia whatsoever.
Unless you do something, if you do something wrong, though, you know they're going to come after you.
Not a flag. They'll be like 160 guns.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We like that. Yes, sir. I don't understand, man. 160 guns and one fully automatic assault rifle. Now that's not good. With a grenade launcher attached. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, that part.
I think things just
it still doesn't end there.
I think things just got bad in the ATL. A grenade launcher is not even allowed here. The department also reported finding gang paraphernalia, silencers,
Yep.
destructive devices. What the hell is that? And
Like an EMP?
and a stolen sheriff's department shotgun.
Oh, wow.
Bro.
Why do you need another shotgun if you got 160 firearms? Why do you need to steal the department's firearms?
And I can't give you an answer.
I mean, it kind of is a decent question. Like, what the hell are you doing stealing that? I don't get it.
What are destructive devices?
That's got to be like, what, C4, an EMP or something?
I think you can have silencers here. I'm not sure.
You need a federal license.
I think. Do you?
Yeah, I think so. I think everywhere in the United States.
Silencers in Georgia. In Georgia, are silencers legal in Georgia? You bet they are. See, I knew you could have silencers in Georgia.
You can have it legally, like without federal nothing.
There it is. Go turn it on right there. Are silencers legal in Georgia? You bet they are. Most states allow silencer ownership and use in hunting. In Georgia, you can use your silencer for target shooting, home defense, hunting, or any other illegal use. That's why we live here.
Hey, I got to give it up for you guys. That's awesome.
You can have a silencer on your pew-pew.
That's awesome. I wish we could have that here.
Get that
without
deer.
A federal license.
We gotta be able to hunt for our families without the deer knowing about it.
So you guys don't have to get a tax stamp or nothing?
I can't. I've heard that. I don't particularly own a silencer, so I don't know. But I've heard that you can just have them here. But I wouldn't. I'm not going to just say that for my Georgia people so that they can say, "Well, Black Dragon said."
Yeah, he said it. He said it.
Do your research, but that quick little blurb I read says you can just just have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go get a few. The department also reported, gang paraphernalia, like maybe he had some colors, silencers, destructive devices, and a stolen sheriff's department shotgun. Following the search, the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office filed several felony charges against Bingham, including grand theft of a firearm from the sheriff's department, possession of a stolen firearm. That's 2 charges for 1 gun, participation in a criminal street gang. Is that a felony?
Wow.
Is that a felony there? And possession of a machine gun. Is participation in a criminal street gang a felony?
No idea. If I knew the answer, I'd answer, but we're going to find out right now.
Penal Code.
There it is.
0.22 is the primary California statute that prohibits criminal street gang activity. Participating in a gang is its own separate charge, while committing a crime for a gang's benefit increases your penalty for the underlying.
I thought that's an enhancement. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
Just participating. Wow. I don't know if it's a felony or not, but it's against the law. Geez,
yeah, they will use all that shit against you. Yeah, and also, do you think this guy's on paid leave right now?
Let's see. Let's see. Poor fellow. Anyway, after that, he was arrested again Thursday afternoon at a residence on the 72nd 100 block of Adobe Road in 29 Palms. And he was held at West Valley Detention Center in Rancho Cucamonga on a $500,000 bail.
There's the big bail now. Now you got to fork over $50K.
The actions of this deputy are alarming and inexcusable. He not only tarnishes his badge, but he also undermines the integrity and credibility of the entire department. San Bernardino County Sheriff Shannon Dickus said in a prepared statement. He also said, and I quote, "Criminal behavior will not be tolerated. And we have placed him on compulsory leave effective immediately." Yeah. What the hell is compulsive leave? Compulsory leave.
We got to look it up.
I don't know if that's paid or not. Compulsory leave.
Yeah, let's look it up.
As you can see, my computer is frozen.
Oh yeah, totally.
Look at that, man.
Nice.
I don't know.
This is a great story.
I don't know what's going on.
A blank slate.
I think they want to keep us from
refresh
reporting it. Is the refresh button working? No.
Holy shit.
The internet is really doing.
I'm surprised that you're on here right now. Like how you haven't lagged out right now. That's crazy. If your computer ain't even going to load up.
I mean.
Yeah, someone had to have it in for him, Frank. 100%. And totally, by the way, SSW, we need use cases for all the things that we've got. That's why we got stuff like that. There it is. It's just starting to pop up. Oh, man.
Absolutely crazy.
You're still lagging. Jesus. Welcome back. Now you're back.
I paid the bill.
He said, I paid the bill. Why isn't it working?
Wow.
Because you're in Atlanta, Georgia, or Tucker, Georgia, and you're dealing with 1960s technology over there.
That could be very well true. Compulsory leave is leave without pay. It's leave with or without pay. It shall be.
So it can be both.
Yeah. It can be for a period not to exceed the duration of an illness or injury for up to 1 year, whichever is less. Compulsory leave has to be taken within 18 months of leaving it. Or it's I don't know.
That's kind of a BS explanation. That sounds like something that's a gray area.
Yeah, he could be getting paid, I think, still.
Yeah, that's just a hidden way to say that I'm getting paid. Hook Dog says, Mike, why is your channel canceled? More details. It's because a couple of days ago, we showed off a video of this police officer that pulled a firearm on a civilian biker. And as we showed that clip and reviewed it and talked about it and all of that in our episode, unfortunately, that video was actually claimed by whether it be the police department and or the news reporter, the news reporters, the agency, whatever, they made a claim. So as soon as we used it, they had all right to like demonetize my entire channel, not just the video. You would think it'd be just the video.
But it wasn't that one show. We had gotten 6 or 7 copyright violations.
Yeah, but for music, you're not going to get banned for any music copyright violations.
Well, you're banned.
And by the way, that's something that if you look up, you can actually look up. You're not going to get banned from any music. You will get demonetized on one video, but not your entire channel. But nonetheless, we showed off that clip, and this is what sucks about things like this, because they can fight you tooth and nail and just take it away from you, and then you have a 2% chance of getting your shit back, kind of like when you go against the government. I appealed my shit with YouTube, and they say give us 14 days to review your shit. They only reviewed my shit for 12 hours and gave me an immediate answer of no. So you just
had 7 curse words in 1 minute.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. We're demonetized. It don't matter at this fucking point.
It does matter, because the next step can be take your whole channel.
They can't take you for cursing, dude. Like, where do you come up with this shit?
Where do you come up with?
You're the one that played the video, by the way.
Where do you come up with? We can just curse as much as they want. They can't take our channel.
Show me in anything.
Donald Trump channel, they can take anybody's channel.
Show me any verbiage that says we can't curse on YouTube.
It's what the verbiage.
Show me
what the verbiage says.
No, don't challenge me and not provide proof.
Says is that you can't curse excessively.
Okay, go ahead and show me that.
Why? Why do I have to prove to you what I already know?
The burden is on the person that challenges it.
This is where young G's and OGs always get into an issue because you guys know every fucking thing.
Well, you're the one that got me demonetized. Actually, if you want to play that game,
get you demonetized. You got you demonetized.
Oh, really?
Continually playing music.
Oh, really?
Copyrighted.
Where do you come up with this claim,
Stop doing that. And now
where do you come up with this? Huh? Show me evidence to anything that you're saying, Dragon. You have no evidence.
You need to trust.
I need to trust.
Yeah,
I'm not trusting
you need to believe in my word. That's the problem with young people in motorcycle clubs. You're looking at it.
You don't have any verbiage.
You guys know everything. You know everything.
So you just want to step over me now?
Yeah, well, I had a use case just then.
You're just being disrespectful as fuck.
I'm not disrespectful. Disrespectful is talking to the OG disrespectful.
Okay, well then you go ahead and handle your shit by yourself.
Oh, hold on, baby. Go on. Here's what you were asking to look for. Come back on here. Stop that. We may allow vulgar language when the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic, and isn't gratuitous. There's the vulgar language policy right there. We may allow. Do you see that? We may allow.
Where is that from YouTube?
This is the vulgar language policy.
From YouTube?
Right here. Here's the question. Is it illegal to curse on YouTube?
Well, you still didn't get the right thing. Where is YouTube's actual verbiage?
You're just gonna continue on with it, huh?
I'm telling you that's ridiculous.
So you see this YouTube help?
Okay, that's
vulgar
fine.
Language policy. I got to continue proving to your ass what I already
You haven't
know.
proved jack all yet, dude.
There you go. Vulgar language policy.
Who cares?
The safety of our creators, viewers, and partners is our highest priority. We look at each of you to help us protect this unique and vibrant community. It's important for you to understand our community guidelines and the role they play in our shared responsibility to keep YouTube safe. Take the time to carefully read the policy below. You can also check out this page for a list of our guidelines.
So where's the list of what I can and cannot say?
What this policy means for you. And right here, it says we may allow vulgar language when the primary purpose is educational. Were you educating us just now? Documentary? Yeah. Were we doing a documentary? Was it
live, aren't we?
Or was it even artistic? And as long as it isn't gratuitous.
What does that even mean?
I think gratuitous means too much, too many, like 7 words in 1 second in 3 minutes.
Okay, so what do you want to do about it, BD? Do you want to demonetize me again?
Gratuitous means without cause or unnecessary. So when I told you you're cursing too many times, I knew what the hell I was talking about. I've been doing this 8 years.
Have you been banned for it?
I haven't been banned for cussing.
I haven't been banned for it. I haven't been banned for it ever.
So there, do you believe it now?
I curse up a storm on everything.
So they
never gotten banned, never gotten shit.
Obviously don't always do it. It's by the chin of whoever's chin, by the hair of whoever's chin.
So it's really kind of just a gray area again.
Well, you took it down. I thought it was up there.
It has been up the entire time, but as soon as you started talking to me, I'm going to bring it down.
It is a gray area. So what you want to do, if you want to keep your YouTube channel, is don't push them.
Right. Including the guy that fucking actually got me demonetized.
There we go. Still, keep on cussing.
Yeah, you deserve it.
You don't push them. You just.
All right. So, anyways,
understand that you do have a boss. You have 2 bosses. One is YouTube, and one are your subscribers that watch.
The only boss that we got is our people in the chat.
We got 2 bosses: the people who own YouTube, because they can take your great channel.
Yeah, and you've been demonetized for how long now?
In this case, my channel, or they can, or your subscriber. You got 2 bosses: your subscribers that'll leave you alone if they don't like what you're doing. Your subscriber, like people tell us, well, why do you talk about blah blah blah? Because we know, yes, it's absolutely selective. Absolutely,
it's 100%. If they don't like what you're saying, they will wait until they have an actual, like, one little case against you and then use it. Now, this is what Hollywood dealt with back in the day. He was dealing with it all the time, and it's something that pissed him off.
Hollywood and I Hollywood and I, for about 5 years' time, Hollywood
Easily.
and I got every single. They didn't demonetize the channel. They demonetized every single video we made.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
channel was up and could make money.
But they
And then this is why we were so upset with Sos the Ghost, because he came on and did the same exact things we did, but we were shadow banned. Our channels wouldn't grow, and they demonetized. So we're sitting there watching Sos the Ghost just doing the same things we were doing, and his channel
is more refined.
His channel exploded, but he was doing the same videos. So we realized it is selective.
It 100% is.
And if you go back to that time, you will see on the front of our videos, we would say no cursing in the comments, no bullying. Yep. We would put these rules out. You guys,
I remember that
forever. Remember, the Outlaw Preacher says, as a preacher on my channel, they'll ban you for telling the truth with no cuss words.
Yeah, it's very true.
They banned Donald Trump, one of the biggest, celebrities out there. They banned him for stuff he said.
They'll just ban. Listen, end of story. If they want to ban you or want to demonetize you, they will, no matter what. Whatever you say, do, whatever. That's the way it works.
We had news channels. We had biker news channels. We realized a long time ago they didn't like biker news. So
welcome back, by the way. What'd you say?
I said because we had biker news channels, we realized that they don't like news channel in particular because it runs up against the major. There's no major news channel that's going to cover motorcycle clubs like us.
No, you're very right about that.
Not one. Just like if you have a car repair business, there's not one major news channel that's going to cover car repair like your car repair channel.
True.
So what has happened to news channels is little independent news guys like us get the scoop on them on everything.
Yep.
So they have to compete with us. So they put pressure on these YouTubes and stuff. And they're very, very tough on news channels. And I hate to tell you this. This is going to probably piss you off even a little more. I hate to tell you this. But I told you about a week or two ago, and you argued me down. I said, Mike, we're getting too many copyright violations. Oh, no, that's my music. I made that music, blah, blah, blah. I said, Mike,
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to argue this anymore. You're beating a dead horse. You're beating a dead horse.
Well, I'm
over the conversation.
A hard head, and hard head makes a soft ass.
Well, you're also the one that got me demonetized. So you're the soft ass.
It was
your fucking video.
I want you to understand it's the stacking.
Right. Principle. Sure. Show me that principle.
I got to show it to you again?
Tell me that, because all you've done is ever say that.
I should be taking at my word.
There is no stacking.
There is stacking.
Show me that they do that.
I'm going to let you do the research.
Because you can't.
Well, I just did.
Well, anyways,
I
First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, and so on. And yes, Dragon, you play the video on your channel, not Mike. So stand tall on Mike's side.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay.
This guy. You don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't one video. It was the stacking.
It was a singular video. It's a singular video.
It was not a singular video.
How are you going to tell me when you haven't even seen my shit?
What the hell I'm talking about?
Do I need to actually show my fucking channel? I need to show
all the copyright strikes you had?
Yeah, I will. And there is none. I have none.
Show all the copyright violations you had. Show them.
Oh my God, dude.
There's like 7 in a row.
Of yours.
You kept playing copyrighted music.
Dude, you have no idea what you're talking about now.
You kept playing copyrighted music, and I kept saying
that's not going to stack against you.
Music.
All right, Dragon, you're going in circles. I'm done with this. I'm done.
I'm done. True,
all right, see you later. You're just going in circles. You can't move on as a content creator. If you cannot move on as a grown man, then I'm leaving.
Bye.
Just enjoy it. See ya.
Bye. Shit. Feels good. And this is the problem we have in motorcycle clubs. This is exactly the problem we have right here. The problem is young people don't effing listen. I tell you, hey, man, stop cursing so many times. And you just boom, 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 boom. Keep on doing it. From what I understand of Rumble, moving to Rumble would solve this. Cuss as much as you want. Problem is, with Rumble, not a lot of people will go over to Rumble. Not a lot of people go to Rumble. Malamute Rescue. Mike's disrespect is crazy. Mike is like every young person in America. You can't tell him anything. Let's see. And so we do argue from time to time. This was our first public one. Bruh, you both keep freezing. I figure it's from the earthquake. Man, I hear this. I hope you guys don't hear that truck in the background. Lord Almighty, they're still going. Maybe Mike was not dissing, only disagreeing. No, I didn't. I'm not. This is when you. So one thing that I find very interesting about motorcycle clubs is when you have to deal with the younger generation, because we got to have young guys. We got to have young guys come in the club, or the club is dead. So when you have to deal with the young guys, it's that in my day, the OG spoke, you shut the hell up. Period. It's not that way anymore. And so it drives the OGs crazy. I remember when I was younger, I knew everything, but the older I got, the more I know, I don't know a darn thing. Absolutely. So, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll make up. But hey, both of you amputees love one another. I do love that kid. But I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Egos. I disagree with that. It wasn't egos. But anyway, let's see here. I'm off now on my stories. And to tell you what's honestly going on is Mike is incredibly angry that his channel got demonetized. That really did hurt his feelings, like it did me when my channel got demonetized like 5 or 6 months ago. And you just have to, it's part of the game. I mean, I have been demonetized so many times over the 7 or 8 years. And not all of it is our fault. Like we would see YouTube go up and down with these policies. The first one was called Adpocalypse, which happened in about 2015, 2016. And then there was Adpocalypse 2. And you had guys that were making YouTube videos that were basically on this thing crying tears. They were so mad, so upset. So yeah, it is a real thing. It really does happen. And so for me, this is a perfect time because I can't find my other stories that I had lined up, and I've been kind of thrown off. So I'm going to talk a little bit of YouTube. I'm going to talk a little bit of MC Protocol, which I haven't done in a while. So it is a thing in clubs, especially when you have young people and old people. So there's a 40-year age difference in Mike and myself. And it's just not the same as it used to be. In my day, if an OG told you something, you didn't question them. It's not mine to question why, it's mine to do or die. This is not those days. It doesn't work like that for whatever reason. To my chagrin, like I can't take it. And what'll happen is, and I was going to do this on TikTok today anyway, this topic. But what happens is that the OGs get upset and they just stop teaching. They wow, Pablo. And hey, yeah, people will see it. People might see it that way. The OGs will just stop teaching. They will just be like, man, I'm done. I can't tell you young guys anything. And the young guys will just turn off to the OGs. They just turn off and walk away. And so this is a battle that you have in motorcycle clubs. We have it all the time. And for us old guys, we think, well, the young guys think they know everything. And for the for the young guys, they think, well, they think they know everything. They don't know how out of touch they are. And so it is a ongoing work. It's work to keep a relationship going with anybody, but absolutely it's work to keep a relationship going in a motorcycle club when you have several generations of people. You got to have respect. You got to have ability to step your ego down, but you still have to have discipline. So that's a tough thing that we deal with. Like being around OGs may cause. Oh man, you guys are fucking fast. Like being around OGs may cause. Like being around OGs more because they have no filter. They keep it 100, keep it a buck. But having no filter can be tough on the younger ego of today. In my day, man, if an OG said something, you just shut the hell up. Those days are gone. Whereas freedom of speech gone, 90% of everything was swearing because we all had what you call a sense of humor. So let's think about that. We did have a sense of humor, but that sense of humor was at somebody else's expense. So we would sit around and make gay jokes, and that was really funny. It's to everyone except the gay folks. They didn't think it was funny at all. And so over time, they were able to build their communities up to where they didn't have to take that anymore. So now everybody's like, well, what happened? We can't even tell gay jokes anymore. No, you can't. Tell a joke at your expense. Don't tell one at mine. Jokes are always made at somebody's expense. And so we're like, well, what happened? Everything got so soft, we can't say anything anymore. No, we have to respect more people than we ever had to respect before. It is, it's an interesting thing. Check back here, same bad time, same bad channel. So, he flipped off a viewer last week. Yeah, I'm just, it is, it's a pleasure to work with young folks. It's a pleasure to have young folks in a motorcycle club. They bring energy. But it's also you got to work. You got to work at it. Young people have to learn their own lessons. You didn't listen when you were young either. No one does, and even my generation kids thought they knew everything. I absolutely thought I knew everything, but I feel like I listened more. I could be right. So I could be right, I could be wrong. But I feel like I listened more. Maybe I didn't listen more. Because the father of the Black Sabbath Nation tells me all the time, I didn't think you were listening. And then found out later on that you did. So I'm older than Mike, though. I don't look my age. No, you look young right there. Old and young make a good team. They do. We just have to be able to respect each other. They pick and choose how demonetized. I have 33 subscribers, and I'm demonetized for talking politics. You're not demonetized for talking politics. You're demonetized for talking a certain politics. Some politics they let me on. Some politics they don't. So you're demonetized for a certain politics. That's all. And yeah, you could be on the good side of the politics. You could be on the bad side of the politics. So, but it I just thought it was really crazy during the pandemic to see people demonetized for saying there is no pandemic. I made a joke. I did a joke. A guy came on and said, I've got the answer to the pandemic. And if you do this, there'll be no pandemic. All you got to do is get on your motorcycle and ride. And I played that video and we were laughing, and they demonetized it for being an pandemic video. And this was crazy. It's funny how politics change, because now, today, I don't think they would do that. Today, you can probably say there's no pandemic. But if you were back then, if I just said those words, there's no pandemic, this video has nothing to do with the pandemic whatsoever or whatever, would have been demonetized. And this is just the BS that we go through. Can the different branches of the service still screw with each other? And so that's interesting, because in one of my books that I was writing, so one of my editors is young. She's about 28, 29. And one of my books I was writing, I said something where I punched out at Marines. Marines are my favorite people to pick on. And I punched out against Marines, and my editor went crazy. You can't talk about the military. It's so disrespectful. And I was like, wow. So maybe I can't jump on Marines anymore. Back in the 90s, 2000s, it's all swearing, and now there's no sense of humor. Freedom of speech is gone. Yeah. Men can have a disagreement. That's fine. The fact you had a disagreement doesn't matter. What matters is how you correct it. Absolutely. And you're absolutely 200% right there. And that's what you have to do. Everything I talk about is in terms of a motorcycle club. And you absolutely have to get a way to come back from arguments and things. I got my first street legal bike when I was 15. I'm now 70. SOGs ain't always right. No, we ain't always right. But when we are, we are. And we know what we're talking about. We didn't get all this we didn't get to this age and not know what we're talking about now that we're here. There is a lesson here for everyone. It's up to you to figure out what the lesson is. You sound like you sound like our guy that's in here every day with the beautiful words. I call BS. I had a lot of jokes made at my expense as a kid, but it made me a stronger adult. That's the problem with society. You can't say anything without hurting someone, and it's made people soft. Did it make you tougher, or just did it make you meaner? I don't think he could be mad at me for the video that got us demonetized, but there's no reason that video should have gotten us demonetized. We do reaction videos. Everybody does reaction videos. So you have to understand one reaction video is not going to get your channel demonetized. It's the stacking effect. YouTube doesn't demonetize anybody for one video. They just don't, unless it's just a crazy video. Typically, you've got to do things a whole bunch of times. How am I always say, sir, ma'am, Mr. and Miss people old enough to be my parents? I was drilled on it. So was I in my day. Respect may be costly to earn, but it is free to give. That, you know what? Todd J's not on here today, but we got Todd J's already. Letting the biker news out and telling the truth about clubs, not all being bad, is an extremely unfavorable viewpoint to the law and to the left. You are absolutely right. Freedom of speech. I tell everybody on this channel, there is no freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech because this is a private company and a private organization. And so it's not freedom of speech. It's freedom of what makes money for them. That they have advertisers that come on this. That we got a bunch of bosses on here. One of the bosses is you guys. One of the bosses is YouTube. This is their channel, their platform. It's the biggest in the world. One of the bosses is the advertisers. YouTube has a boss. YouTube's boss is you guys, and YouTube's boss is the advertisers. So if an advertiser is upset because a guy cursed 7 times in 10 seconds, YouTube's going to do something about that. And they're not so transparent about it. So you got to figure it out. Brothers argue, but we also know how to build. I like that. Most bikers are, and the right for that matter, most bikers are more centrist, but like clubs, they try to force you to take sides when there are disagreements. And in politics, everything is a disagreement. YouTube is my TV now. It seems there aren't any rules with YouTube. Well, they definitely make their rules as they go. Absolutely. Black Dragon Biker TV since Sir Uncle BDB. I'm actually 30, but people believe I'm 19 to 23. You look young in that picture right there. You do look young. Well, I was chair force for 8 years. 100 TNT and thick skin. Anytime, Navy. Yeah, if you said chair force, you're already at any rude thing I would throw at you, because I would absolutely say 100%. I would absolutely say 100% you're part-time military. So you already took that away from me. You and the Coast Guard. Put him on technical difficulties duty for the next 30 days until he gets it straight. I think the next 90 days of not having monetization. And I tell you what, I mean, hey, listen, honestly, when you first see that demonetize button that comes up, and you're not your video demonetized, but your whole channel, it's a blow. I'll tell anybody. What we always did is 5 minutes in the yard. If you can't agree, you call them out and settle it, then drink a beer. That is how some clubs do it, especially on the 1% side. The boss isn't always right, but he's always the boss. That hurts to learn that in the real world. That hurts to learn that. So it's okay to disagree. Mike Ball says the problem is basing your opinion off one thing and one thing only: my age. You think because you're older that you know it. You don't base it off experience. No, not the amount of hours I have in. Mike, why don't you come back on the show, man, and stop being mad like that? And I don't base it, and I think that, Mike, I don't base it on your age. I base it on mine. But maybe I don't say it right. Maybe the way I say it is offensive, and it doesn't come out right. And I don't mean to do that. Maybe I need to find a better way to talk. You know, I'm ex-military. You know how we talk to people in the military. Get it done. Why? Because I said so. That doesn't work for young people. I don't even know if they're doing that in the military anymore. Because one of the reasons that I was getting, one of the reasons I got out is when they came up with the training timeout card. And they stopped issuing boots in boot camp. And they took away the rifles. Now, I admit a sailor didn't need a rifle, but the discipline you got, man, from carrying that damn rifle. I think that's just what happens. And so, I remember in the 90s, we had kids coming into boot camp and they were fighting the boot camp company commanders. And I was like, man, we got problems. So I don't base it. When I tell you something, I've researched it and I already know, or I've already formed an opinion about it based on my experience. So I just not into the show me where it says that. Well, you can take my word for it that I read it somewhere. And I might not be able to go to it right this second. But I'm not a bullshitter, so I wouldn't make it up. I'm telling you exactly what I know. And it's always been that way. Raw Dog says, come back, Mike. Yeah, come on back on. We still got like maybe 10 minutes. I'm not mad. No, Black Dragon, you can't talk to people like that in the military anymore. Oh, so they don't talk like that in the military anymore? Because I've been out of the military now longer than I was in it. So I've been out like 30 years. And I think I was only in like 12. So yeah, it's got to be different. When I was younger, I was prone to the belief age doesn't bring anything to the table. As I got a gray hair, I discovered that's not true. I still can't smell from COVID. Are you serious? Are you just kidding? Can you still not smell from COVID? Damn. Damn. Black Dragon, try talking with less curse words. That might work. I didn't used to curse at all. Period. On YouTube. I didn't curse at all, period. For like 7 years. I think I'm going to go back to that. ML says tomorrow I'll be out of the Navy for 48 years. Man. So I got out in 95. So how many years have I been out now? That's I've been out way longer than I was ever in. Let's see. 2024. Jeez Louise, minus 1995. I've been out 29 years. 29 years. Mike says his father can barely taste or smell to this day. Been 2 years, and that's from long-term COVID. I feel terrible for him. Oh, wow. I didn't know. I heard that. Isn't that what they call long-term COVID? Isn't that the term for it? I didn't realize that people still couldn't breathe. It's been 2 years now. Love our bubbleheads and squids, grunts, canyon eaters, mud puppies from a retired cloud hopper who we think are crazy for jumping out of perfectly good damn planes. That's crazy. I'm a bubblehead. The first time I ever heard bubblehead, I got so mad, like somebody would actually call me that. And now I claim it with great glee. Man, there was so many things I wanted to tell you guys today that I kind of just got thrown off on. I want to apologize for arguing on the channel. And I absolutely, but you guys, you've seen me argue a couple times. So I'm real. I'm a biker, not a choir boy. And Mike's a biker too. So we're going to, from time to time, bump heads. And, that kind of stuff happens. Cars are snitches now. I want to go over this. This is crazy. It looks like now the internet has decided to work for me. So
may well be.
Check this out. This is a you guys send me Instagrams all the time. So this one's crazy. And this is
could
crazy.
Not possibly get more Orwellian than it already is. News today that your car may well be spying on you, taking notes about your driving style and reporting it to your insurance company. Drivers in the United States have detailed to the New York Post how their insurance premiums went up after companies, acting without their knowledge, sent data about their driving behaviour to their insurers. Now, there's one Seattle businessman, his name is Ken Dahl. He told the Post he was shocked when he discovered his car insurance went up by 21%. So he rang his insurer and said, what's going on? And they explained that it was based on data they were collecting from his Chevy as he'd been driving it for the past 6 months. Turns out his car was dobbing on him, reporting his instances of speeding, his heavy braking, and even his sharp corners. Now, it's not just General Motors that are doing this, according to the report. Subaru, Mitsubishi, Hyundai, Kia, all of these car manufacturers are offering drivers the chance to connect to the internet via an app that advises you on fuel economy, safe driving, but of course drivers aren't aware. All of this information is being recorded and then on-sold to their insurers, who use it to determine whether or not you're a risk and to hike up your premiums. Just when you thought the world could not possibly get more Orwellian than it already is, news today that your car...
Is that crazy? That's crazy. That's crazy. How in the hell... There's just no privacy anymore. How does the car company just decide they're going to sell your information? And then we're mad at TikTok? We're putting TikTok out of the country? No, I'm not. It's crazy. This is what's going on. So somebody said, when have cars become Herbie? You're absolutely too young to know who Herbie is. The love bug. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's Joe says this story doesn't surprise me. Get ready for AI vehicles. Oh my goodness. Speaking of AI, I had another story. Oh my goodness. Now that you brought AI up, I had another story that I was going to bring up in a day or two where AI is being used in the Gaza war to target Hamas or suspected Hamas. And what's crazy about that, I'm trying to see if I can find that story. What's crazy about that is you guys do know AI makes like horrible. If you're using AI right now, AI is just now learning. It's just learning. It doesn't know it all yet. AI is still learning. And so they're saying AI is only like 70% accurate. There's a whole 30%. That's huge. That it's inaccurate in the strikes that it's having against people in the war. So if up to 70% of people that are being killed are women and children, a lot of that has to do with the failure of AI, the fact that it's not. I mean, I use AI just about every day. And you should only use AI if you know the subject matter. Like if you're using AI to write programs or whatever, AI is only like so effective. Now you got to go in there and correct the other stuff. If you're using AI to write books, it's only, man, I asked AI something about my motorcycle club, and the first like half of it was like completely dead on. And then it started talking about the Hells Angels. Like it started attributing things to us and using their name. And I was like, whoa, AI, whoa, baby, stop that. I can't use that in no news story. You better know what the hell you're doing with AI. So AR cars are next. That's terrifying, man. That's terrifying. Someone used AI in Syria a couple of years ago. They gave it the authority to target and launch lethal strikes. Yeah, that's what I read, Papa Penguin. That's what I read. Absolutely. I am at work right now, and I have to do a sensitivity training. What the? I had to explain it's nothing personal. It just has to be done correctly and safely. It's just different now. Yes, Gadget, it's different. And we have to understand that, accept that, and treat each other differently, even if we hate to. Sounds more like he's upset and lashing out. I would probably drop the subject until he calms down. Then you two can move on with the show. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I was going to sell my 04 Ultra Classic, but I may need it for a future Mad Max moment. Yeah, if you can afford to hang on to it. Because, you know, you guys do know that they were talking about getting rid of motorcycles altogether in the EU? Did we cover that story? I don't know if we did or not. Yeah. Yes, cars are riding us out. Also, high-speed vehicle chasing is soon to be a thing of the past due to LEOs having the kill codes for most newer cars. So you could be driving down the road and law enforcement turn your car off? That's way too much power, man. Way too much power. Frank Schmidt, screw the sensitivity crap. Yeah, I don't think if you're going to be working in America, you're not going to be able to screw the sensitivity crap. You're part of it. We're all in this together. Hey, well, listen, we're at an hour right now, an hour and 15 minutes, and so Mike, take us out. Damn. That sucks. I got to take us out myself. I don't even know if I know how anymore. Mike, are you going to come back on and take us out? All right. I'll do it. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to have your 2 cents in the comment section below. You listen, we are taking on subscribers. So if you guys want to subscribe on the channel, please give us a holler at Black Dragon Biker TV. And oh my goodness, typically a banner would be running right now. Geez, where is that? So anyway, yeah, here we go. You can hit me up at Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com or give me a shout at 404-692-0336. And we will, and here's the email, blackdragon at blacksabbathmc.com. And we will be glad to take you guys on. We're looking for sponsors and we're looking for advertisers. So let us know, man. We'll be glad to have you. Black Dragon's Bike Night is back. Yeah. Yeah, our bike night is back. It's it's going to be I think it's going to be Wednesday nights now. It's going to be Wednesday nights, Black Dragon's Bike Night at the Dragon's Lair. We're located at 3393 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. 30084. We're building 2 down the hill behind the furniture store across the street from the public storage. So make sure to come here at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock on Wednesdays, and come hang out with your boy Black Dragon. So, man, can't wait to have you guys here. If you want to donate to Mike Ball, follow him on IG, TikTok at Ball Valve TV, and you can donate at Ball Valve TV on his Cash App or at Ball Valve on his Vimeo. And you can support my channel, $Biker Prez, or my Cash App. That's my Cash App, and jbunchii at AOL.com, which is the PayPal. So we love that. Hey, you can support me, Black Dragon TV, Biker TV. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So all of those places we are at. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You can get all my gear and all my books at blackdragonsgear.com. Yeah. And our podcast live on the Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. Here's our podcast right here. I'll bring this up so you guys can see it. That's our podcasting, simulcasting. So if you just want the audio, you can get us on Spreaker and check us out over there, or any place, iTunes, iHeartRadio, any place you get your podcast. But our podcast is called The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. If you ever need to call me here in the studio, 446-920-0336. All right, so that's all of that, and absolutely appreciate you guys as well. Joseph says, please help support BD and Mike because they're both demonetized now. I'd absolutely appreciate that. They said that I can reapply now, so I think I got that yesterday, that I can now reapply, and I don't know if they're going to say yes or no. But this is just part of this game. If you're going to be in this game, I don't care if you have a sewing machine channel. You can say something and get yourself demonetized, and that's just what happens, man. It's just what happens. Different subject, but not different. Our military uniforms are made in China. We have the technology to manufacture clothing that, when exposed to certain microwaves, goes rigid. If we got it, they got it too. They got AI too. If we got AI, they got it. Absolutely. Hey, man, I'm afraid of you guys. I'm afraid for the next war. I don't know what the hell it's going to be. You know what I mean? They like this stuff where they're shooting beams at people and making people, crazy from these beams they're shooting at them. Hey, man, it can absolutely be crazy out here. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. I'm Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
But I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? So we'll talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So when officers get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number 1, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find as a 99% motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. Tried to tell you suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC. The biker boys, the biker boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon, Black Savage, MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon Biker TV at its best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon, I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. The V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.